what's up guys? Houston here. Look, let me ask you, is it possible for you to get an American Express card with a 660 credit score? Also, is it possible to get an American Express card that doesn't charge you hundreds of dollars in annual fees? Well, I'm going to answer both of those, and I'm going to talk about the easiest American Express cards you should be going after for the biggest bang for your buck. Now, I get it. Hey, people want like the gold and platinum, but there comes with a hitch. One is $395, the other one's almost $700. That's a lot of money just to have a card. So in terms of being able to give you higher limit credit cards without charging an annual fee, I got some cards from American Express that you actually want to check out. And one of them is my favorite. All right. Now, the American Express everyday card. The reason I like this card is because you can actually carry a balance on it. All right. Now with your American Express Gold, your American Express Platinum, those are like charge cards. But one of the things that American Express has did, what they have allowed you to do, they increase your monthly spending limit. So what that means is that, or your carryover monthly limit. So what that means is that, so they say, okay, you can spend $10,000, all right, and we won't treat it like a charge card. It will be treated like a credit card. So you spend that $10,000, then you're just paying monthly payments on that $10,000. Versus if you go over that $10,000, say you spend $15,000 or $20,000, then it's created, that remaining balance is created like a charge card, and you have to pay that off within the 30-day period. Okay, and I hope that you guys get some value out of this, and I hope that you guys share the love with me. Give me some fire emojis, because I'm going to really go in on these here cards. Now, my favorite card is the American Express Blue Cash Everyday. And the reason I like this, because it's free money. Now, what do I mean by free money? Well, in terms of, with the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card, they give you 15 months of no interest on balance transfers and purchases. 15 months. Now, for a person that's trying to get into like maybe day trading, or a person that needing to liquidate the cards because they're trying to do maybe like a rental property repair, or you trying to do like a food vending truck or buy a vending machine or something like that, definitely it's an opportunity, because with that purchase you don't pay any interest on the money for up to 15 months. Or say that you have a credit card from another bank like Bank of America, transferring that Bank of America balance over to the American Express, the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. Now you're just only paying the balance of the card and not the interest on the card, which saves you a lot of money in the long run. All right. So that's the reason I like that card. Now, the next card is the American Express Blue Cash Magnet card. All right. It's just like your regular American Express card, but again, no fees, no annual fees. So you're not paying hundreds of dollars out for a credit card just to use it. All right. Now, the next one is the Hilton Honors American Express. Now, the reason I like this card, if you're a person like me that travels a lot, you know, and you like staying in nice hotels, this is definitely one of the cards you want to have in your back pocket or in your wallet, because this here card, again, allows you to help build up points so that you can stay at more nicer luxury hotels. Now, here's the thing about it, reflecting back to the gold and the platinum cards, because they give you those points and you automatically become a Hilton Honors, I think it's a Hilton Honors Platinum member, right? And so you get the extra perks like the upgrades in hotels and stuff like that. But at the same time, if you don't want to pay those extra $100 in fees for that card, then this is the next card, and you just work your way up to those perks as well. Now, the next one, say that you are actually trying to start a business, all right? Then you want to go for the American Express Business Cash, Blue Cash, okay? And the American Express Blue Cash, again, on purchases, it's no interest for 12 months. So say that you trying to start a car detailing business, right? And you need product and stuff like that. Well, purchasing those products, not paying any interest on it, is definitely the way to go. Or again, like I was telling you guys, say that you're trying to start a vending machine business and stuff like that. You know, vending machines starting at from $3,000 on up. You may can get a great deal on Craigslist, or some of the best deals that I've seen where people are actually buying vending machine locations. Right? So they're paying somebody maybe $5,000 to $7,000, but the vending machine plus the location, so you don't have to actually look at it. And I'm going to go more detail about vending machine location, but I'm just trying to give you an idea in terms of how to leverage this here American Express Blue Cash business card, right? Then you have the American Express Blue Plus business card. Now it's 12 months. Again, no interest on the purchases. All right. Now here's the thing about American Express that many people are not aware of. Like I said, can you get an American Express card with a 660 credit score? Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, with the American Express pre-approval program that they have now, where you don't even have to become a member, you can just put in your name, your social, and stuff like that, and they'll tell you actually what credit cards you actually do qualify for. Now, the reason I'm telling you, you probably want to go in with at least a 660 or higher, because if you was a long-time member with American Express, they may even accept a 640. But to be on the safe side, trying to just get an American Express card like the American Express Everyday card, then I would probably at least start with a 660. But do the pre-qualifications, okay? Now, with the pre-qual, they're not going to do a hard pull. But once you actually accept the card, then they may do a hard pull on your Experian and TransUnion. Now, here's another interesting thing about American Express. Before we talk about the other card that's probably the easiest card to get from American Express, but it does come with a fee. But one of the things about American Express that I think help a lot of people is that knowing that, hey, once you're in with American Express, and then when you apply for other credit cards, they do internal scoring, so that's internal pulling, so that way they can see what credit cards you may qualify for without doing a hard pull. Now, here's a tip. With American Express, they are very, very income driven. Okay, so if you are married, you have a spouse, make sure you put that income on the application. If you have money in a 401k and you have a job, make sure they are aware that you have this. If you say you're on disability, but you have rental income, or say that you have a side hustle and a job, make sure you include that income on the application. Okay, it's very important, because the more income you have, the better opportunity it is not only for you to get approved for the card, but to be able to get a higher limit. Now, one key thing I would tell you if you're going for any of the American Express cards, if you have open revolving balances, and if it's possible for you to pay down those open revolving balances down to at least 10%, if not zero, at least 3 or 4 of them, if they're under 1,000, pay them down and then apply for the American Express credit cards, okay? But they are income driven. Now, one of the easier cards that I would tell people if you're trying to go for American Express is the American Express Delta business card, okay? The American Express Gold Delta business card, or the regular American Express Gold Delta. All right, so these are probably your easiest low-hanging fruit. Now, again, with the Delta cards, I think their annual fees are maybe about $95. All right, so now you know, in terms of if you want an American Express card that doesn't charge you any annual fees, now you have a set of cards that you can actually go for, and you don't have to worry about spending hundreds of dollars every year. Now, some people, they may go for the American Express Gold or the Platinum, and then what they'll do that following year, when it's time for them to pay that $300 or $400 up to $700, what they would do, they would call the retention department and see if they can get that fee waived. All right, but for those of you that don't want to go through that hassle or whatever, these here American Express cards are probably the best cards you can go after. Alright, so if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.